practices by someone who actually may know a little bit more about this. So welcome in Bob Murphy. He is the Associate Athletic Director at Georgia State. Thanks for being here, Bob.
Sure.
So many athletes are practicing this time of year, getting ready for the fall season. It's the peak of the heat. What are, organizations like, like Georgia State doing? What are other colleges?
Before practice, you want to be well hydrated. You want to be rest in a cool environment as much as possible beforehand. During practice, hydrate throughout. Water, sports drinks. Make sure you're drinking, because they say when you're thirsty, you're already a little dehydrated. So you want to continuously drink and put fluids in your system. After practice, what we do with our athletes, they get in cold tubs immediately after to cool down. We tell them to take a nice cool shower. Start to rehydrate, and then get off their feet in a cool room, turn the AC up when they're sleeping at night so their body can continue to cool. We also weigh our athletes before and after practice as a way to gauge their hydration levels based on how much body weight they lose throughout the course of a practice.
Now, we talk about what people need to watch for in themselves, signs that you might be suffering. You're obviously monitoring before they get to that point, though. What would you do if you noticed things starting to proceed that direction?
If we see somebody struggling a little bit in the heat, we will pull them out of the activity. We'll either take them to a shaded area, or we'll take them inside our building in the air conditioning, assess them, talk to them, see what's going on, hydrate them, give them fluids, take any of their excess clothing, or certainly if it's football, taking their helmet, taking their shoulder pads off, allowing them to cool, put a fan on them, just start the cooling process if they look like they're struggling in the heat.
All right, good to know.
All excellent advice, and it has been a hot summer. No matter where you...
That'll come along, break over the rocks and sweep you out to sea, so be careful of that.
I believe a father and a daughter in the past week were killed in Hawaii the exact same
just
way.
From the remnants of sailors.
Because you're thinking, okay, they're crashing, they're throwing up some water. The next thing you know, you get a giant one that comes unexpectedly, knocks you right off the rocks.
Yep.
All right, be careful, everyone. Again, tropical storm warnings are in effect right now.
Correct. Thank you, Mike.
All right, still to come here, Alex. We've got a lot to talk about.
And maybe what people learned. What did you learn on the show today? Tweet us right now using the hashtag #WhatILearned. Do it.
Hey, before we start getting to your questions, though, we're going to go backwards to a question, Dr. Forbes, that someone asked about. Have we ever had a tornado in Hawaii because of a tropical system?
Or could you ever get a tornado from a tropical system? I looked at the records, and while Hawaii's had 42 tornadoes since 1950 officially, none are from tropical storms, but there's a rumor that there were 2 from Hurricane Iwa, which ironically hit in November of 1982.
Who started that rumor?
It's
Fujita?
It's in the Mariners weather log in a publication, but it's not in the official storm data.
Tale. Yeah. You know what Mariners are doing.
The tornado was this big.
Exactly. All right, so let's answer some of your questions.
All right, so the first question comes from Matt. Matt's asking, when is there going to be a major cool down?
Ooh. Major?
Major.
Major? Winter?
Not anytime soon. Yeah.
I think you can count on December.
Right. You'll get a little bit of relief next week, but I mean, when I say a little bit, I mean
like
a little bit.
it goes back to normal.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a major cool down.
Sorry, Matt.
Andrew's asking, what are we expecting warm weather this weekend in New Mexico?
Well, I think it still stays relatively warm in New Mexico. The monsoon moisture has returned. That's helping you a little bit, but I mean, look at the numbers.
Yeah.
This is dangerous heat tomorrow. All the places we're expecting 90+ degree highs, and certainly New Mexico is right in the heart of that. Eastern New Mexico generally stays pretty toasty.
Yeah, the only cool down you get is going to be if there's localized thunderstorms that give you that cool down.
Maybe the mountains. That's about
All right, the next one is from Terry. Terry wants to know, why is the high pressure system so bad this summer, making it so hot?
It's just
that
strong.
Persistent, strong ridge of high pressure that's just settled over the area. It's not moving anywhere, and so it's staying hot, and where it's hot, it's really hot. And then, of course, you've got the other factors that are increasing the dew point, the evapotranspiration.
And we've been talking about even the 500 millibar high. I mean, this is a really intense dome of high pressure.
Yeah, it's not unusual to get these high pressures across the central part of the U.S. at this time of year. But as Mike was just saying, I was looking at this and, wow, this was pretty close. We have in tens of meters. There was, if you get to 6,000 meters, that's pretty high. And we got real close. It got to 599 a couple of evenings ago, and I don't remember ever seeing it get quite that high. If it has, it's only been once or twice in my career.
All right. We're good, yeah?
We're good?
We have time for one more?
I don't
No?
think we have time for any
Okay,
more.
all right. Well, thank you everyone
But
for
thank you.
sending in your questions. If you're using the hashtag WUTV on Twitter, you're finding us and we're answering your